Schedule an appointment today by calling Blakely Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing at 824-4684. That's 824-4684. Brian, whatever it takes.
WTIM.
Good morning, Central Illinois, and welcome to the WTIM Pana Morning Show on your information station. The show is sponsored by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, along with Pizza Man, Norrance Hardware, Bob Ridings Pana, and Oak and Eat Chop Shop. I'm your host, Reed Kim, and there's been a lot going on in Pana in the last couple months, and that certainly kept the folks at the Pana Pride organization busy. And I think few people will know that better than the president of Pana Pride, Melissa Miller, who is our first guest this morning. Melissa, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yes, it's good to have you on as always. Let's get into it. So I know something you talked about, I'm pretty sure last time, and you've probably talked about plenty of times before, are your efforts to put some plant baskets around town and work on the gardens as well. What more can you tell us on where you're at with that now?
We've just been basically trying to maintain the flower baskets uptown. The season started out with a lot of rain, so then they had too much water, and then it got really hot, and we're trying to keep up with the watering. So we have a team that goes and waters those on a regular basis, and they've been keeping them looking really, really good this year. So been busy with that. And then we've been working on pulling weeds uptown, trying to keep that, weeded and looking good. So that's been pretty much the weeding uptown. Of course, we've got the flowers in front of the police station and the Welcome to Pana signs.
In terms of the weather, in terms of like your efforts to get your folks and volunteers out there, have you found that you've had the numbers to do that? Have you been kind of looking for other people? Where's that at?
We're always looking for volunteers. So if anyone wants to volunteer to do some watering or pull some weeds, I mean, you can never have too many hands helping with that. We do sometimes put out there on Facebook, when we're going to do like a big group effort. So for example, we had the popcorn festival in town last weekend or the weekend before. My weekends are running together now, but before that, we put a thing on Facebook asking for volunteers to join us uptown to do a big group effort to make the town look good for guests coming in from out of town for that.
Okay, and yeah, I think it was 2 weekends ago because I remember having Nicole Blodgett on here for that, and yeah, so a lot of work there with the Popcorn Fest. You had the Popcorn Fest going on. You also had the 3rd of July festival that you do, of course, the night before the 4th in Pana. Talk about how you folks were involved in that and how it went from your perspective.
So for the 3rd of July, Pana Pride helps run the bounce houses for the kiddos that come. Work a shift for that to help out. The bounce houses are all free by donation, are accepted, of course, and all those proceeds go to the Pana 3rd of July fireworks fund. They had a great turnout this year. Lots of kiddos came and played. Lots of people came to see the fireworks, and I stayed this year. Normally, I don't stay for the fireworks. I kind of just head out to avoid the crowd. But this year I did stay, and I think they had some of the best fireworks they've had in a long time. It was a very good show.
Well, that's great. So yeah, you folks were involved in that. Going back quickly to the Pana Popcorn Festival. So I know you mentioned you were kind of working on the plants out there. Any other ways in which you folks as an organization were involved in the Popcorn Festival?
Yeah, I kind of skipped that question there, didn't I? The Popcorn Festival this year, a couple of us from the group, we helped them with they called it the Game Island, I think, this year. So out on the island of the lagoon, they had bounce houses, face painting, crafts for the kids. In the past, we've kind of ran the whole thing, but we just don't have the volunteers to do it. So we just worked some shifts out there, helped with the bounce houses, had some individuals that helped with the face painting. That had a really good turnout this year, too. It started out with a little bit of rain in the morning that kind of put a damper on a few things from the get-go, but then the sun came out and it warmed up and it was a beautiful day.
Yeah, glad that worked out for you folks, because I do remember it was raining pretty heavily that morning. I had somewhere else I needed to be that morning, and yeah, I was pretty worried about how it went. Sounds like it cleared up at least a little bit in the end, though, because I know Kitchell Park is pretty grassy out there. So if it's raining, maybe not the most fun place to be. But no, I'm glad, I'm happy that worked out for you folks at Pana Pride and for the event organizers and really for the people of Pana and all who went over there. So those are some past events. You've got plenty of things coming up as well that I want to get into. I think one of the things you said when we were talking about this beforehand, Market Fest, correct me if I have that name wrong, and talk about how you folks are involved in that, what it's like.
So it's actually it's the Pana Market. We do that once a year. It's a vendor event. It will be coming up here in November. The event is hosted by Pana Pride, so I can't remember how many years we've been doing this now. It's been, I think, 5 or 6 for sure that we've been doing this. It is going to be on November 7th. It's actually, I think, our 5th one, if I'm correct. I think it's our 5th one. It'll be November 7th from 9 to 1 at the Pana High School. It's a vendor market, so there'll be lots of vendors there. Perfect opportunity to get some Christmas shopping maybe done, or just some shopping for yourself. They are looking for vendors still. They're still building the list, so we don't have the full vendor list yet. So any and all vendors are accepted, and if anybody wants to, come be a vendor, they can go to www.panailmarket.com.
All right, so that's how to get involved there. Wait, were you going to say something else?
No, just that there's a vendor form at the bottom of that page that they can fill out.
Okay, perfect. So not Market Fest like I mentioned earlier. I don't know how I got the word fest in there. Pana Market, yes, November 7th, 9 to 1. When I hear about it, it kind of feels like a sweet spot in terms of the time frame for doing this sort of thing, right? Because you got Thanksgiving coming up, and then of course the December holidays after that, and then you're kind of thinking about that sort of thing. Is that what you folks have found before?
Yeah. Like I said, it's a perfect time to come, and usually a lot of people are looking just for starting their Christmas, and some people are just looking for, what do I need to buy? So, and we've had a very successful Pana Market. They've all been very, very successful. Lots of vendors, lots of different things to choose from. It's a good time.
Yeah, and I would imagine also at that time of the year, there's that chill in the air. It's not cold per se, but you know it's coming. Is that what you've gotten before?
Yeah, it's kind of prelude into the holiday season. Yep.
Yes, the prelude, the trailer, as I would probably call it. But yeah, so that is great. So Pana Market again, November 7th, 9 to 1. So, and then we were talking about the December holidays. Then you have your December to Remember event that you mentioned, and I think I got that name right. But talk about what that's like.
Well, December to Remember, is the lights in the park. It comes faster and faster every year. It's obviously we'll start putting displays up usually the end of November, beginning of December, just depending on what weather's looking like in the forecast. But usually we get that started. We are always accepting donations of displays. So if anyone is, wanting to donate a display, we take those all year long. We get those throughout the year. So those can be, purchased and donated anytime. But if you watch, sometimes the sites have sales. Christmas Done Bright is one of the popular sites, and they have sales all the time. So that's a good one to check out. And so that's ChristmasDoneBright.com. And then we have ChristmasCottageLights.com.
All right.
Those
so we'll go on.
Oh, I said that's just 2 sites that we get regular displays from.
I think I actually remember you when you were talking with Grayson around this time last year, or maybe a little bit later, actually mentioning those sites because they are coming to mind right now. And I do recall the lights displays at Kitchell Park. I guess I just did not recall that it's called December to Remember. But yeah, that sounds like a very, I guess, well-known time of the year, right? With the lights. I always love looking at those lights as well. So let's see. December to Remember. Anything else to add about that before we go to break?
No, just like I said, if anybody wants to donate a display, we take them all year. So it's never too early to purchase one and donate it.
That's probably worth mentioning because I feel like if I were to do that, I'd put it off and then by the time I think about it, it's too late. So so glad you mentioned that right there. Melissa Miller, president of Pana Pride, is my guest in this part of the show. Let's take a break and we'll have plenty more to talk about when we come back, including a fundraiser cookout and one of the committees they have as well. That'll be coming up right here on the WTIM Pana Morning Show on your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
Does your bank offer rewards on qualified signature-based debit card purchases? If not, then we need to talk. Hi, my name is Julie Sanchez with People's Bank and Trust. Join the growing number of our customers who are earning cash back on all qualifying debit card purchases. You already use your debit card. Now make it work for you with Save by Spending rewards from People's Bank and Trust. Earning rewards is as easy as shop, sign, and save. Call 888-PBT-1954 and find out more about our Save by Spending rewards program today. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Lee Stokes with Bob Ridings here in Pana, Illinois. I was wanting to come and tell you guys about a couple trade-ins we took in. A 23 Dodge Durango GT Plus with 32,000 miles and a 23 Jeep Grand Wagoneer Series 2 with just under 100K miles. Also with our service, they're offering a summer special. Oil changes, top off of fluids, brake check, wiper check, and battery check. $94.95. Come see us at Bob Ridings.
Looking for quality meat you can trust? Come to Okanee Chop Shop, where it's truly from the pasture to the plate. Now scheduling beef and hog processing. So call 217-539-0003 today. Appointments are filling fast. We're also hiring a full-time butcher. Experience preferred, but we're willing to train the right person. Apply in person or give us a call. Now offering wholesale processing plus beef and pork bundles always available. Stop it today at 109 U.S. Highway 51 in Okanee. Okanee Chop Shop, from the pasture to the plate.
Got driveway problems? Is grass creeping into your rocks and rocks ending up in your grass? Tired of fighting it year-round? Call Cousin Bill. We stop loose rocks for good, so your driveway stays neat, clean, and low maintenance. No more mess, no more hassle, just results that last. Call 217-788-7777 for your free estimate today, or visit
ilepaving.com.
Spring just has a way of putting a little more energy into everything. Brighter days, warmer air, and more reasons to get out and enjoy it. Your home should keep up with that. At Hickory Point Garden Homes, you'll have your own one-story duplex with bright open spaces, a private patio, and neighborhood walking paths just outside your door for that perfect stroll in the spring sunshine. You can spend less time managing your home and more time enjoying the warm spring days ahead. See what that feels like at Hickory Point Garden Homes in Forsyth, Illinois, and step into comfortable living for 55 and better.
Living with pain? I'm Dr. Chris Drace with Softwave Therapy in Taylorville. Learn how our advanced Softwave Therapy treatment can heal injuries and eliminate pain. Click our rotating banner now at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
This is Shalas Nagel, Executive Director at Kimmer Village in Assumption. To learn more about our services, click on our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
WTIM.
We're back on the WTIM Pana Morning Show on your information station, and the show is sponsored by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, along with Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, Bob Ridings Pana, and Okanee Chop Shop. I'm your host, Reed Kamai, and Melissa Miller, the president of Pana Pride, has been my guest on this part of the show. We talked about some of the past events that have happened that they were involved in, future events coming up that they will be involved in. There's also a fundraiser cookout, it sounds like, coming up on the schedule. What should our listeners know about that?
So yes, we have a fundraiser cookout that's coming up. It is going to be on September 19th. It's from 10:30 to 1:30. And it's just going to be a Pana Pride cookout just to raise funds for the group just in general. It'll be at Save a Lot. So we'll have that on our website, and we'll have it on our Facebook page to share with everyone as that gets closer as well.
All right. So the cookout, September 19th, you said?
Yes, the 19th.
Okay. Yep, 19th. And then how has that gone for you folks in the past in terms of bringing in funds for what you do?
Those are pretty successful. We have a good turnout. Save a lot. They host cookouts almost every weekend for different fundraisers, and they're just really successful. It's always good food, so it draws a good crowd. So, and then we sometimes get items to raffle. I don't know if we're going to have a raffle item this time per se. I don't know if that's been discussed. But sometimes we do have raffle items that we sell tickets for at the same time.
Okay, so plenty of ways for folks to get involved, to get the raffles, and of course the food at the cookout as well, September 19th. So there's your cookout. Something else I want to talk about is the demo committee, short for demolition, as I was reminded earlier. So that's a big thing that you folks are doing. Talk about kind of what's going on there and what folks in Pana should know about.
So yeah, our demo committee works with the city of Pana to take down houses that the city has purchased, and then so the city purchases the house, Pana Pride pays to have the house demoed, and then the city after that maintains the lot moving forward. A lot of times those lots are listed for sale, so they do become properties that are available for purchase after the fact. We've fundraised enough money this year. I think we have enough money to demo 4 houses. We haven't been requested by the city yet with any. They usually contact us and say, hey, we've got this house we've acquired. We'd like to have it demoed, but we haven't heard from them with any prospects yet this year, but we do have the funding. And so sometimes like the cookout, we wouldn't necessarily be using that money this go around for this year for demo fund, because that fund is pretty good right now. But if the fund was, say, for example, we didn't have enough to do like the last house we needed to do, then we would use that fundraiser money to help with the demo committee. So that's why we have those cookouts. We say they just kind of go to the general fund. Then that money just gets used for where it needs to be to help out other committees and things that we have going on.
All right. So it sounds like, if I heard it correctly, you've got money set aside for 4 demolitions, and then it sounds like you're just kind of sitting on it and waiting until the city tells you about 4 houses that seem demo worthy.
Yep. As soon as they contact us, and so I don't know if they just haven't gotten any that they have ready yet this year, or it's still early in the year. 4 houses can pop up pretty quick.
All right, yeah. So sounds like you'll find out soon when that will happen, where it will happen with the demo committee. So we'll hope to hear more about that soon. Now, demo committee, obviously a part of what you folks do. I know you have regular meetings. Remind our listeners again when those meetings are.
So yeah, we meet the second Thursday of every month. So next Thursday will be our regular monthly meeting. We meet at the Pana Christian Church. We meet at 6 o'clock is when each individual committee meets. So if you want to be involved with a specific committee, you would come at 6. And then at 6:30 we have the main meeting for everyone, for the general public. So if you want to be a part of it, but you not really want to commit to a specific committee, you would just come at 6:30. If you're like, I think I want to be on that demo committee and help with that, you would come at 6 and you would sit in with just the members of that committee and talk about just things specific to that committee. Then at 6:30, each committee comes out and gives a presentation of what's going on with them individually, and that's at 6:30. And the meetings aren't long. We're usually done between 7 and 7:30. So it's not a huge time commitment, and everyone is welcome to come. Again, those are the second Thursday of every month at the Pana Christian Church.
All right. So that's when you have your meetings. We're into the last minute. Where can folks find you online?
So we have our website, which is panapride.org. And we have our Facebook page, which is just Pana Pride. And then if anyone wants to email us, that's panapride2015@gmail.com.
All right. So those are ways to find, get a hold of, and be involved with Pana Pride. And Melissa Miller, the president of Pana Pride, has been our guest in this part of the WTIM Pana Morning Show. Melissa, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having us. Have a great week.
Yeah, thank you. You as well. And thank you for listening here on the WTIM Pana Morning Show on your information station. We'll have another conversation coming up in about 10 minutes' time, so please stay tuned.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville.
96.1 FM Taylorville.